and I vote. What's going on, everybody? Yeah! I did it. Hey, guys. Hello. I'm here. I'm out of the house. I'm wearing clothes. Real ones with zippers. I'm wearing a bra. What? I forgot how to put one on, you know? I'm like a teenage boy trying to get to second base with myself. Like, how do these hooks work? I'm here. I am one of those lunatics who's been thriving in quarantine. Sorry, but I've had a banner year, you guys. I have. We had a government mandate to stay home and avoid other people at all costs. I think I manifested this whole thing with my mind. I have kind of been turning into someone I don't recognize in quarantine, though. Like, strange behaviors are coming out. I've been cooking soup from scratch. I'm also doing prison workouts in my apartment. I'm Martha Stewart. And despite being essentially trapped indoors for the past 2 years, I have not fixed any of the broken shit in my apartment at all. Like the doorknobs hanging off the doors and the cabinets, the garbage disposal in the kitchen sink doesn't work anymore. Garbage disposal didn't work when I moved in, actually. You know what? I don't think I've ever experienced a functioning garbage disposal. I couldn't even tell you what they do. Like, I think if you have ever lived in a house that at any point had a working garbage disposal, you are for sure rich. You are like, fly me to the moon rich. Like, if there's not a light switch in your kitchen that you live in fear of, congratulations on your wealth. You are an enemy of the working class. Speaking of which, Donald Trump is out of our lives. Yeah! Our last group accomplishment. We did it. That wasn't too bad. I mean, he was only president for what, like 16 years? Weird time to be alive, man. You know what? Politics have changed a lot since I was a kid. Like, for one thing, I miss when the Democrats used to be the weird party. You know what I mean? Like, believe it or not, kids, like, once upon a time, the Republicans were the old, boring, ineffectual, out-of-touch grown-ups, and, like, we were the wacky, screaming nutballs. And, like, we just done a complete 180 on that. I hate it. We gotta get back to jogging to McDonald's, and we gotta take back the conspiracy theories. That used to be us, man. That was, Mulder and Scully, the smoking man. These kids have no idea what I'm talking about. Trust me. It's no fun being a babysitter. I also like when you used to be able to see the corrupt politicians coming a mile away. I don't like this new thing where, like, every single one of them pretends like they're your buddy. Like, if you're gonna be evil, like, just be evil, you know? Like, look me in the eyes. Like, give me that Snidely Whiplash, like, straight up. My favorite DC villain of all time was Dick Cheney. Pinnacle. Dick Cheney was the kind of guy who made a deal with the devil, and the devil got screwed in the deal. He didn't even try to pretend like he was one of you, you know? He just, like, he used the Iraq War as his own personal GoFundMe, shot somebody, moonwalked out of the White House into obscurity, and we're all just like, oh, well, that's the last we'll see of that guy. Like, he's not sitting up on top of the mountain looking down at Whoville, counting his money. Don't make him like that anymore. Joe Biden, obviously not the answer to all of our prayers, but I will say it is nice having a president that I am not actively afraid of. That's where the bar has been set after these last 4 years. It's also nice not living in complete terror of the news every day. You know, like, there was a time when that red CNN bar would come up, or, like, God forbid, the presidential seal would appear anywhere on screen. I would just dive for the remote. Like, no. Self-care. I am slowly reintroducing the news in small, manageable bites. I did enjoy when Prince Harry resigned from the royal family. That was a fun fun news thing. Not something I thought you could do, by the way, because usually when you resign from something, it meant you were working, but okay. Saw that interview that him and Meghan Markle did with Oprah. Did not make the royals look very good. Surprise! The 1,200-year-old white monarchy who built their fortunes on the backs of the poor turned out to be scumbags. I can't believe the Queen of England is, like, still alive, you know? That's what? She's, like, 400 years old, man. Like, did you know she was an adult during World War II? She was 19 years old during World War II. That means that she remembers being bombed by the Nazis like I remember the iPod Mini. That's insane. That is wild. But I mean, for real, she's what, like 150? Like, what the hell's going on over there? So he's got one of those corgi dogs with her. Like, how many of those have they gone throughout the years, you know? I mean, you know that's the same dog, right? Like, you don't have that much money and power to have to deal with the death of a pet. Like, she picked that one out in 1950. They've just been cloning it over and over again ever since. I bet you that's what happened to Prince Philip, you know? That would explain a lot. Like, she's been drinking his blood, right? And then every time he runs out of blood, they just clone a new one. And they do it during her Christmas address. So she's got a rock-solid alibi, doesn't have to get her little gloved hands dirty. The media will tell you Prince Philip was 99 when he died. Bullshit, that clone was 11 years old. She's getting more ravenous by the day. What the hell do they still have a monarchy over there anyway? It's 2021. You got a king and queen? Why not an under the sea theme too, you know? People got to start pulling their weight, man. They need to evict those leeches, turn Buckingham Palace into a McMenamins. It's true, I'm from Alaska. I moved to Portland a few years ago. Cool being in America now. Real weird. Yep. I miss Alaska sometimes. Because, like, say what you will, man, living in Alaska is exciting as it gets. Like, you never know what you're going to get day by day. I once had a bear come to my front door when I lived in Alaska. I did. I heard the doorbell ringing one day. Like ringing off the hook, you know, like bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing, 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 bing. And I thought, okay, some Girl Scout troops about to meet their out-of-pocket maximum. So I go to the front door to kill him. I look out the window. It's a goddamn bear ringing the doorbell with his snout. That's how crazy life is up there. You don't even have to go out into the woods to die in the wilderness. They are coming to you. Come to the front door. Goddamn Amazon Prime. I'm in a very long-term relationship. I've been with my boyfriend for 15 years now. Yeah, he's a lucky man. Good for him. Hooked a good one. Even after 15 years, though, like, he will still start fights with me over the dumbest shit. You know, like, he does the laundry twice a week, and I only do it once a year. Jerk. Being a comedian, though, like, all of my friends are single and dating, and, like, I'm always getting to hear about their wild one-night stands and their little unsolved sex mysteries, you know? Why does he want me to call him Voldemort? He hasn't even read the books. Love a good sex mystery. Which, by the way, there is no sex mystery in a long-term relationship. Like, there's no mystery of any kind, you know? Like, when you live with somebody for a decade or more, I mean, you have vomited naked in front of each other at least once. Just kind of sucks the mystery right out of there. But it's okay, you know, because, like, now, in a long-term relationship, you don't have to play mind games to get what you want in bed like you did when you were single. You know, you don't have to have those awkward UN peace talk negotiations about what is and is not going to happen, even by accident. You have to figure out, like, okay, where do I gotta spread the peanut butter to get this guy to fuck, you know, like, none of that. You're way past that, man. You know what they want. They know what you want. You know what works and what doesn't. You are spring-loaded, baby. You're very efficient. You high five. You're in there like swimwear. Everybody gets what they want every single time. 100% satisfaction rate. But... of course, my single friends will say, yeah, but like, doesn't it get boring just sleeping with the same person year after year after year after year? My response to them is this. Sure, the idea of sleeping with a totally different, brand new person every night of the week sounds exciting. But think about it this way. There's nothing shittier than having to complete an important task with the new person at work. Because no matter how hard they try, there usually comes a point where it's just like, look, I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but it would be better if I do this myself. Move over. You can watch over my shoulder if you want. But it's getting really late and I do not have time to train you. I miss traveling since the plague's been on. That's about it, you know, traveling, brunch, everything else can go to hell. No, like doing comedy, like I was in a different state like every other week. That was really fun. Before we got locked down, I got to go to Salt Lake City, Utah, which, really? Oh. Earmuffs. I will say, like, I have seen a lot of weird shit in my day. I have. But, like, if you ever get a chance to go to Salt Lake City, you really should go. Because it's probably the closest you'll ever come in your lifetime to being able to visit North Korea. You know what I mean? A lot of vacant stares. People can't wait to tell you how happy they are to live there. Oh, yeah, everything's great. But like, every once in a while, you'll come across like a barista that's like, get me out of here. It is Pyongyang with white people. There's my race joke, posse. I mean, it is, man. But I mean, Salt Lake, it was an experience. Because you know how, like, okay, so you know how in hotel rooms, they always got the Bible in the nightstand? In Utah, they also have the Book of Mormon in there, too. So I skimmed it. I think I might have had a counterfeit copy, though, because, like, they left out all the music and stage directions. Dialogue was very different. No, one thing I thought was kind of strange about the Book of Mormon, one thing, I thought that it was interesting that it had like pages and pages of like color paintings and illustrations of like, you know, the people and scenes from the stories, which I thought was a wasted opportunity. Because like Mormonism started in the 1800s. Like it's a very recent religion. They could have had photographs. They could have had cameras in the 1800s. I feel like that would have strengthened their case, right? Like, picture it didn't happen. Can you imagine if Jesus had a boomerang video of him rising from the grave? We would all be Christian. Right after Salt Lake, I got to go to New Orleans, Louisiana. That was a trip, man. What a weird city. So much weirder than Portland. I went to the Voodoo Museum in New Orleans. I stopped by the gift shop on the way out. I bought a voodoo doll that looks exactly like me. So I painted a big smile on its face, put money in its pockets. I pulled out half the stuffing. See how this goes. Just gotta believe in it. I met a lot of interesting people in New Orleans, man. They got some colorful characters down there. I had never before in my life met a Cajun person until I went to New Orleans. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, swamp people? They are my new favorite people. Oh my God. There is nobody funnier on earth to have a conversation with than a Cajun. Because what'll happen is you'll be talking to them and they will say the craziest thing you ever heard in your life and then just keep talking like it's nothing. You know, like by the time your brain has processed what the hell you just heard, they're like 3 minutes into another conversation altogether, you know? I had a Lyft driver in New Orleans who was real Cajun. Just couldn't have been more Cajun if he'd have pulled up driving a fan boat playing a banjo. Like, looked like he'd been living in a bottle at the bottom of the bayou for 40 years, you know? Just white as a ghost, glowing red eyes like a possum. I got in, he turned to me and said, how you liking it here in New Orleans? And I was like, oh, it's great. You know, I'm from Alaska, so to me, this is a huge city. He goes, you know this here like a big city to me too. I'm from the country. I grew up on an alligator and chicken farm. Oh, well, but this year we run out of alligator food, so now it's just an alligator farm. Now you see that park over there, there's gonna be a gumbo and jazz festival in that park tomorrow. You know I got a rat in my house. I think he mocking me. I've been setting out traps for him and he finding my socks and washcloths and he draping them over the traps like he building little bridges. Just a little rat civil engineer. Oh, he is laughing at me. Now I'm gonna park the car right there. You can cross street, get to the hotel. He could have crashed the car into oncoming traffic. I'd have given him 5 stars. I didn't want to get out. I wanted an encore. I got to hit the road here shortly, but before I go, I have to tell you something. Like, I need to talk about this. I went out to eat recently for the first time in a very long time. Special occasion, fancy place. Don't know if you guys can afford it. Taco Bell drive-thru. Anybody been there? Yeah. I went to the Taco Bell drive-thru and I ordered a quesarito. For those who have not had the pleasure, a quesarito is a Taco Bell menu item that is a hybrid of a quesadilla and a burrito. And when I ordered the quesarito at the Taco Bell drive-thru, the girl working the counter said, I'm sorry, you can only order that item through the app. And when I regained consciousness, I looked out the window, I saw the sign, I checked with her, like, this is a Taco Bell, correct? She said, yeah, there's just some menu items now that you can only pre-order through the Taco Bell app. And like, I physically couldn't. I just was like, you're undermining your whole brand here. You know that, right? Because Taco Bell is not a pre-place. You know what I mean? Like, if you are pre-arranging anything to do with Taco Bell, call your therapist. It's like, you don't go to Taco Bell. You stop at Taco Bell on the way to wherever you're gonna go pass out for the night. Like, this kid should have been amazed that I was sober enough to have this conversation. So I said, okay, let's figure this out. We're strong, independent women. We can do this. I asked her, do you have, tortillas, meat, cheese, all the stuff? She goes, yeah. I said, do you know how to make a quesarito? She said, yeah. I said, let's check in. Where are we on this? She goes, no, I'm sorry. I can't do it. There's not even a button on the ordering machine to ring up a quesarito because it can only be ordered through the app. I got it. I said, okay, I've got it. How about you press taco, but make a quesarito? No one will ever know. You can pocket the difference. How about that? She goes, no, I can't do that. I did not win this argument, people. I didn't. I just want you to know that if anyone is planning on going out, celebrating, know before you go, Taco Bell is now requiring reservations if you would like a quesarito. Or apparently several other menu items. And after some deep, quiet introspection, I've concluded that there's just not gonna be quesaritos in my future. Because I cannot create an account with Taco Bell. I mean, I don't have standards in the other areas of my life. I really don't. But I draw the line at setting up a registry with a fast food chain. That's where the line is. I found it. I can't, like, you're not just downloading, you have to give them your name and your home address and your email address and your phone number and your credit card and tap here to prove you're not a robot. I could buy a gun tonight. But I can't get a quesarito without a thorough background check. I am Becky Braunstein. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.